You want a drink? Not from you.
What is up, all you beefcakes? Welcome back to a debatable episode of Banter here on the channel. Yes, we're talking about gambling. Yes, we're talking about casinos and all of your favorite creators making a lot more money than you or we do, which we're used to.
Well, we're not actually sure about you.
Oh, yeah, you guys could be freaking...
You could be loaded, which if that's the case...
Our Patreon is now going to be pinned to every video.
Let us know if you want to sponsor us. I'll put your face on...
Sure.
I was gonna say on my face, but that doesn't make a whole lot of sense. So who are we talking about?
So speaking of people that love to be paid, we're talking about the Nelk Boys, including Steve Will Do It, and someone who has been blowing up on the YouTube space, going after some big names, doing some maybe questionable things. That being Coffeezilla. We're talking about Roulette, online casinos, and gambling, which has been a hot topic not just for YouTubers, but also for streamers.
Can you tell me, and maybe some people watching, what it is a Nelk Boy? What does that mean?
Oh no, I'm not a diehard fan, so I actually don't know what it stands for.
What is it? Just like it's a group of guys that makes content. I recently saw a TikTok of one returning after he became a plumber or something like that.
How would I describe Nelk? They like to party, they like to go hard, they rage, and they do crazy stuff, and they also now just give away a bunch of stuff. But they are possibly the wealthiest people on YouTube currently that don't make a cent from YouTube. I mean, these are the kind of deals these guys are pulling in. They're known for their merch drops. They're making millions and millions of dollars. And then most recently came across Roulette, who is also offering big old bags to creators. Aiden Ross, FaZe Banks, that crew was offered a supposedly over $2 million for a group fee. So Nelk Boys have now also been spotted doing similar things and called out by someone like Coffeezilla. Just found out that top gambling streamers are getting paid a percentage of their signups losses. So not only are streamers getting paid to promote gambling to their fans, they're literally incentivized for their fans to lose as much as possible. How do these people sleep at night? Showing a clear screenshot of someone like Steve Will Do It. Not to mention that some online casinos give the streamer fake money to play with, so they have literally zero downside and playing super risky until they can fake a reaction to a huge win. Let's not even get into the legal component. Many of the biggest streamers are in the US and are working with sketchy offshore casinos that are not regulated, meaning fans have to use VPNs to access these sites. And Coffeezilla actually later followed it up by saying, public correction, Steve Will Do It informed me that he doesn't make money on your losses. Instead, he makes money on the mathematical chance of your loss, which in the long run equals the same thing. To which Steve said, hey, you broke moron, do your research. Roulette's affiliate program has nothing to do with losing. It's just about the bet. Roulette is different than other gambling sites. Do your research, you broke moron, before you before you post crap like this. I saw crap and I was like, I need to say piss too.
Before you piss? Do your research before you piss, man. Come on.
Stop pissing. Do your research.
Now every time before Coffee goes to the bathroom, he's like, wait a second.
Do the research.
Let's see.
And typically in these kind of situations, you could probably expect a follow-up from Coffee to break down maybe where Steve just gave out incorrect information, or maybe Steve told the truth. Either way, I think when it comes to a moral grounds, people are really, really for or really against this whole gambling thing because of the underage audiences that are out there and possibly going to be gambling themselves. At the very least, Coffee is right in the sense that you cannot access this website without a VPN. These are some offshore casinos that are certainly from questionable backgrounds.
Well, and it's just scummy to hear that in some capacity, the losses that people are losing, or even the percentage chance of loss, or like whatever, that in some affiliation, people are making money off of others coming to the website because of them and then losing their money.
I mean, I think it's pretty straightforward. The reason why Roulette is able to pay creators is because people are losing. Now, how far down the rabbit hole that goes for Coffee will probably come back to the future on, but we have clips out there of them live streaming their big wins, and especially one big win in particular that some people thought was fake. I don't know, but as Coffee went on to say, a lot of these times, these are staged balances. They're fake balances. You're paid up front or in a different way, and then you play with a fake balance. So oftentimes these reactions, they can be completely fake.
That's huge. That's huge. That's all we needed. Oh! Yeah! That's it!
Let's
go!
That's it!
Let's go! That's it! Oh! Let's go! Oh my God!
What is it?
Oh! 200,000. 200,000.
Let's go!
Let's go! Let's go. Give me some. Let's go. That's what you needed. Let's go. Yo. 192. Oh my God.
Does all seem so strange, especially the weirdest part to me is this cameraman who is perfectly positioned. They're all in the right spot. They know exactly where to look, and like all of that just seems very convenient.
But I imagine if you're a Nelk camera guy, you're always recording. And
Yeah.
so eventually, I think the premise here is you play with this balance until you hit big, which they clearly did.
Yeah.
I mean, to defend a little bit, because for me, it didn't seem very genuine. These are also guys that make millions of dollars. So this, just shy of $200,000 win might just not be it for him. It might just not tickle the pickle anymore.
But don't do that ever again. I never want to see that ever again.
Oh, you got a big win?
Tickle the pickle. Oh,
I just know that we are not on their level. Like if you and me won 200 grand,
I'd pass out.
I'd be probably hugging you, or I'd be like kissing you, or something dramatic. I don't know why
I'd be naked. I don't know what would happen.
I would do something a bit crazier than.
Right. I think I would have the opposite reaction. Instead of screaming, I'd probably be like,
oh, speechless.
just dead quiet about it. I will also say, maybe I agree with you that it doesn't seem genuine. Their reactions seem forced and kind of just like well rehearsed to a degree. But at the same time, they are people who make YouTube videos, and that's kind of how all of they know their reactions have to be like that. They
Over
know
the
it needs to
top.
be over the top
Yeah.
and extra to really draw that audience in. And so maybe this is just something that happens naturally for them now at this point, that any sort of reaction is going to be, YouTube worthy.
It very well could be legit, but it's really hard not to think back to FaZe Rain, FaZe Adapt, and the CSGO Wild times when they won, I think, like 60 grand. And I know people like to pick this stuff apart, but it was just oddly reminiscent.
Now we know what that means. Now it means I need to take a big win. 2,500 on Wild.
2,500 on Wild.
Here we go. That's the only bet I'm placing. Just on Wild. How much
Dude,
is that?
That's
30K.
500, 7 plus, that's 35.
35K.
35K, yeah.
On Wild. Please.
Easy peasy 35K, dude.
I got it! I got it! Oh my God! Oh shit! I got it! Let's go!
You're up to 56
Let's
grand!
go! I got the fucking Wild! I put 2,500 on it! Oh,
Bro,
shit.
you're up to 60K!
Shades! I'm so good.
I was about to hit you, dude.
I'm pretty fucking good at this, dude.
Oh my fucking!
Okay, never mind. That was the fakest thing I've ever seen.
That was so. It just like makes you cringe inside. I don't think I could even. I mean, I guess I could if I was getting paid a bag, but I don't think I could even put that out. I don't even like listening to myself talk to begin with. But imagine being that cringy and then putting it out.
I just think the issue is with past examples like FaZe members and CSGO Wild, you're going to have some people who naturally are skeptical of, are these guys tied in a deeper way behind the scenes to something like Rubet?
I think so. I think the more that we've seen, especially someone like Coffeezilla, who seemingly came out of nowhere, to me at least, and took over the scene, we see these videos almost every week now, or multiple videos a week, and all these dots really feel like they start to connect of, okay, you guys are making a lot of money, you've been doing this for many years in different capacities, and it seems like you might have something behind the scenes, which can't be proven. We have no idea. But I would not be surprised at this point if maybe someone had some sort of connection to Rubet or these gambling websites and have like the inside scoop somewhere.
I mean, it obviously very well could just be Nelk taking a bag, right? Nelk and Steve, they take a bag, and this could be totally legal. This could be something they don't actually get caught for. I just hope everyone understands that because of past examples like FaZe and CSGO Wild, it took 4 years for things to come out and for FaZe Banks to be like, yeah, we actually did run a site. And nothing happened to him legally. He didn't have to face anything.
All these people are still around. Literally nothing matters.
So if you're Nelk and if you're Steve and you're like, hey, we can get a bag and just gamble a little bit, at this point, no one has really faced serious repercussions. I mean, you look towards T. Martin or Syndicate. You go way, way back. Phantom Lord. No one has faced punishment for it. So if you're an influencer who knows you have a loyal fan base like Nelk who's not going anywhere, of course they're going to grab an easy bag, maybe fake a reaction or two.
Do we know, are they in Texas? Do we know where they are?
I do not know.
No clue. I just saying I find that interesting as well because I recently saw a clip of Mizkif saying that he could not do an IRL Monopoly gambling stream because he's from Texas, but he could do one of those other gambling streams on a VPN from Texas. And so even the legality of all of that doesn't make any sense but no content creator is facing the consequences. We saw that come out about XUC or Train being in Texas, and then they move, and they can do it. And so like you're saying, I don't think content creators have anything to worry about at this point. So why wouldn't they make hundreds of thousands of dollars just to do it?
And it all comes back to a guy like Coffeezilla, who we mentioned because he's just coming off the investigating and potential exposing of several faces of the Save the Kids scandal. Probably the biggest one we've seen throughout 2021, where people could be facing time and some severe punishments. So could he be stirring this up, thinking, okay, now I'm going to do a deep dive on Nelk and someone like Steve and see what they have going on behind the scenes? It's just, at the end of the day, I don't know if there's any audience that's more uncancelable than the Nelk fans.
There's a lot.
I was even scared bringing this topic because I don't want to come off. I'm scared.
I think the first one that pops into my head would be the Misfits, maybe, who does not care about canceling people.
Or Keem.
And Keem, yeah. People can just get away with whatever they want. And at the end of the day, that's the weird place of the internet, stage of the internet, I guess you could say, that we're in, where we always say, hey, just wait a week. The next big thing is going to pop up. Save the Kids is already, kind of fading into the background because the Nelk Boys has popped up. And so I think that's the stage we're in, where if they just wait it out, they've got millions that are still going to watch no matter what. It's kind of just a weird time we live in.
For sure. The Nelk Boys gambling now under a little bit of fire from Coffeezilla. Will he dive a bit deeper? What do y'all think about the whole gambling thing? To all the audiences out there and getting paid a fat bag to do it. As per usual, we hope you guys all enjoyed. If you got a topic for us, hit us up in the comment section down below. Until then, though,
kiss your beef goodnight.
Hide your kids, hide your beef.
That's out.